This Week in Real Pirateball, documenting the 2010 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball season. And here's your host, Greg Mercer.
What's up, everybody? It's Mercer here with week number 11 of This Week in Real Pirateball. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. The prevailing story for the first part of this week was the 12-game losing streak that the Pirates were involved in, which started on June the 6th and ended this Saturday. It's something I like to call the big one.
Mike Waltrip and now Brian Vickers. Robbie Gordon, 31. The time. Waltrip's over. 1, 2, 3 times for Michael Waltrip.
Well, there's the big one right there.
It wasn't as though the Bucs were playing poorly in all these games, but they always found a way to lose. The Pirates' offense only scored 3 runs or less in 9 of those games, which didn't help matters. They also lost 4 of the games by 1 run, which shows that bad luck is involved in sustaining long losing streaks. You knew the Pirates were going to win eventually, but stretches like this are why the Pirates continue to finish below 500 every single year. Thanks to this losing streak, the Pirates dropped to 20 games below 500, which pretty much crushes any hope of the team clawing back to win 81 games.
And a big list. Wow.
Man,
Involved in this accident.
Well, we talked about earlier, it's not if, it's when.
On Wednesday, the Pirates brought up the final piece of their current wave of Major League ready talent by promoting their 2008 first-round draft pick, Pedro Alvarez. He'd been hitting .277 with 13 home runs and 51 RBIs in 66 games at AAA. Over his minor league career, Alvarez had a .908 OPS, which is excellent for any player. Unfortunately, his debut wasn't as auspicious as someone like Steven Strasburg, as he went 0 for 2 with a strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Obviously, you can't expect Pedro to dominate right off the bat, especially since his MO is always to start off slow in the minor leagues. So for now, the Pirate fans need to step back and watch Pedro develop offensively and defensively over the next 3 months. In order to make room for Alvarez, the Pirates decided to designate Akinori Iwamura for assignment. Iwamura was the highest paid player on the Pirates this year with a contract worth $4.85 million. For that money, Iwamura had a .182 batting average, .267 slugging percentage, and was patently awful in trying to field at second base. The Pirates are trying to trade Iwamura, but surprisingly, nobody wants him. They might try to send him to the minors after his 10-day window's passed, but Iwamura indicated he might not want to go to AAA after that time. He might decline the assignment and be released from the team as Jack Tashner did earlier this week. If that happens, the Pirates will have wasted a large amount of their allocated budget on another failed veteran player, something that's been happening to the Pirates for at least a decade. As the losing streak was still rearing its ugly head, rumors started to swirl about manager John Russell and GM Neil Huntington's job status. As more and more media outlets started to pry into these matters, team president Frank Coonley came out with the news that Russell and Huntington were both given 1-year contract extensions. They'll run to the end of next season. Coonley said the Pirates didn't disclose the information because it's their policy not to talk about extensions. I'm sorry. Every single team in every other sport releases information about their players, managers, and GMs once it happens. It keeps the fans in the loop with the team and shows the relative confidence or lack thereof of your personnel. By keeping fans in the dark, the Pirates are only further perpetuating the idea that ownership of the team wants to keep everything they do a secret. When your team's lost for 17 years and your fan base is almost non-existent, you'd think you'd try to do everything in your power to keep the fans privy to matters that are important to them, whether you think they are or not. Another humorous story came out this week about a man who was dismissed from his job as a racing pierogi at the Pirates games due to a disparaging remark he made on the team on his personal Facebook page. Apparently the extensions of Russell and Huntington struck a nerve as he stated, "19 losing seasons, here we come," as his status update. Someone in the Pirates organization saw this statement, at which point the man was told to turn in his tights and not come back. I understand that some people might find this to be a non-story considering this was a business dismissing one of its employees from bad-mouthing the company, but come on! We're talking about a freaking guy running in a pierogi costume. No one outside this guy's family and friends knew that he was employed by the Pirates, and I highly doubt his remarks are going to turn hardcore Pirates fans into doubters. That said, it's never a good idea to talk about your workplace in a negative way when millions of people can read about it on a social network. This week, the Chicago White Sox came to Pittsburgh for 3 games, and they won all of them. On Tuesday, Brad Lincoln was tagged for 5 earned runs in 6 innings in a 6-4 loss. Andrew McCutchen had 3 hits and 3 steals, but it wasn't enough to get the win. On Wednesday, the Pirates lost 7-2 in a terribly sloppy game by both teams. The Pirates committed 4 errors in the 9th inning. Neil Walker threw a ball away trying to get Juan Pierre at first, then Ryan Domit threw a ball into center field on a steal attempt. During the next attempted steal, Pedro Alvarez couldn't corral the throw from Domit, and then Ronnie Cedeno's throw home missed Domit entirely. Innings like these show why the Pirates are capable of having double-digit losing streaks every year. On Thursday, the Pirates almost came back in the 8th inning, but the White Sox and Mark Burley held on for a 5-4 win. The second interleague series this week was at home with the Indians. It's too bad the Pirates were on the road because I hear that Cleveland is great this time of year.
Fun times in Cleveland today, Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings.
Friday's game was a pitcher's duel between Paul Maholm and Fausto Carmona. It was scoreless until the 7th inning when both teams got on the scoreboard. Unfortunately for the Pirates, the Indians put up 4 runs in the inning and they took the game 4-3. Saturday's game was one that I attended along with 38,000 other people as fans came in droves to celebrate the 1960 World Series winning Pirates team. I made a bet with my friend that if the Pirates managed to lose every game from Tuesday until Friday, that I would wear a bag on my head to the game on Saturday. So, there I was, sitting in the stands for an entire game with a bag on my head. Here you can see me poorly capturing Pedro Alvarez's first major league hit, which was a ground rule double to left field. I knew he hit it a long way, and for all I knew it was a home run. Oh well, it was actually good to be there for Pedro's first hit, and everyone in attendance was pretty happy for the kid. Anyway, the game was pretty good as a whole. Andrew McCutchen scored 4 runs, Lasting's Millage went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, and Jeff Carson's pitched pretty well, at least until he gave up a 3-run home run to Russell Brandon in the 6th. Evan Meek came in and got a huge out from a weak grounder by Travis Hafner with the bases loaded in the 7th to keep the lead, and Octavio Dotel got the save in the 9th as the Pirates won 6-4. The only problem with the game is that the beer steins that they gave out to fans showing all the box scores from the 1960 series were printed incorrectly. It shows the Yankees winning 4 of the games and has the incorrect final score on one of them. I've seen a lot of fails in my day, but beer stein fail wasn't one I was expecting to see in my lifetime. On Sunday afternoon, the Pirates came back for a 5-3 victory. The Bucks were losing 2-0 and 3-2 during the game, but the Indians made several mistakes which the Pirates capitalized on. Garrett Jones went 2 for 3, which added to his 11-game hit streak. Brad Lincoln tip-throwed through 6 innings, only allowing 2 runs, and Dotel saved his 14th game of the year by pitching a perfect night, which included 2 strikeouts. This gave the Pirates a series win, which is a lot better than getting swept by the Tigers.
Could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit.
Now it's time for my Bet Against the Pirates update for Week 11. I was looking good for the first part of the week, but my greed got the better of me once again. The Pirates went 2-4 this week, and I went 3-3 on my bets. I was burned by the run line for a 3rd time this week when I bet on Mark Burley to crush the Pirates. He only gave up 1 run in 7 innings, but the bullpen gave up 3 runs in the 8th, which killed my bet. Because of that blunder, I lost $9.76 this week, which put my overall profit back into double digits with $95.31. I don't expect the Pirates to lose 12 in a row anytime again this year, so I'm thinking about going into capital preservation mode. If I bet exclusively on the money line for a little while, I'll lock in my current profit. Since the point of the experiment's not to maximize profit, there's no reason to bet the runs when the Pirates are currently playing in a lot of close games. What do I think about the Pirates this week? The Bucks' high-talent youth movement is finally complete. For right now, it'll be interesting to watch the development of Tabata, Walker, Alvarez, and Lincoln as they take prominent roles in the offense. The top 6 spots of the order are actually pretty competent at this point, so I'd expect the Pirates to put up some more runs in the coming weeks. However, the starting pitching still looks to be extremely weak. All of these pitching question marks will make it a tough road for the Pirates. Making it even tougher will be 6 road games this week. 3 against the high-powered offense of the Rangers, and 3 versus the Athletics in Oakland. Well, that about does it for this week. Make sure you check back again next week for another edition of This Week in Real Pirateball. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.